He had a really interesting event, which was a Johnny Somali X space where they said, donate to the Somali Legal Fund. Hank has been begging for him to his community, so now he had to go out and try to beg on X for money because he's running out of money. Once again, this proves that Korea's strategy has worked.
What I would like to know is if he has any regrets for what he has been doing over the past few years, especially what's been going on in South Korea.
Zero regrets, zero remorse.
So did you guys hear that? Zero regrets, zero remorse. Zero regrets.
Guys, we've got some big and latest updates on Johnny Somali's case. Right now, Johnny Somali is facing multiple charges that could easily land him 3 to 5 years in jail, and that's basically confirmed.
It's safe to say one of the most disliked live streamers in the world just realized he destroyed his life chasing internet attention in South Korea, as things have somehow gotten even worse for Johnny Somali out there. Because not only has he been slapped with more charges, but one of these new charges, they come with a mandatory prison sentence of at least 3 years if convicted. And considering South Korea has about a 99% conviction rate, it's not like you really need to be a legal expert to see where all of this is going. But what makes all of this But
what's even worse is that Johnny Somali is now facing new charges of child sexual harassment. On top of that, he's reportedly trying to silence the people who pressed charges against him, which makes his case look even worse.
Of Ramsey Khalid Ismail, Johnny Somali, saying he is purely trying to silence the female victim. Of course, the female Korean streamer, they are trying to silence her.
In this clip from Legal Mindset, he explains how Johnny's case is now being covered by foreign media, and that's actually speeding up his punishment process twice as fast. It's really not looking good for Johnny Somali.
A lot of foreign media is bringing attention to the most heinous of Johnny's charges. For example, the child harassment charges. And by the way, it's not just child harassment, it is child S harassment. I'll just say S because I don't want to get in trouble. But it is not a minor crime. It is a serious crime that has up to 10 years in prison. So very, very serious. I'm happy that other media outlets are picking that up. It's quite good. And I'm very happy to see the news is getting out about RKI. Now, here is RKI and some new footage of him talking about what he is going to do at the next court hearing. Listen in to this video here.
What do you think about the KKK outfit at the court? Is that too crazy?
The
same one kind of had.
Bro, I know it's a wonderful idea, but you won't even have a platform. You'll just get automatic ban.
No, so now I'm gonna get my Instagram deleted again. You're saying
it's a wonderful idea. I'm not gonna lie, but you can't do that and have a platform.
I really want to do the KKK, but
I know it's a good idea, but why isn't there anybody else doing the stunt? Because
you're right. There's no one else in the world is doing that. You're right. I haven't seen anybody but Kanye do that. So what can I do at the court? I'm gonna have reporters talking to me at the court in 2 days. The Korean news is coming. The last time I flipped them off and I said I love North Korea.
Oh my
God! I swear to God, I did.
He did do that. In his defense, he did do that. So talking about wearing a KKK outfit to the court, right, which includes a hood and all that good stuff, trying to be, I guess he said he's trying to be Kanye. Once again, that would be contempt of court, pretty sure.
By the way, for those who don't know, the KKK outfit that Johnny wore the outfit Johnny was talking about is connected to a group from American history that is known worldwide for hate, racism, and violence. It's not just a costume, it represents a history of discrimination and intimidation. Wearing that in court, especially in a country like South Korea, where the justice system is strict, could be seen as a direct act of disrespect. Courts expect people to dress properly and show respect to the legal process. If someone shows up wearing anything that represents hate or political extremism, they can be punished for disrespecting the court, which is a serious offense. Not only could it hurt Johnny's case, but it might also trigger public backlash and make things way worse for him legally. So this isn't trolling anymore. This would be crossing a line that no smart person would cross in real life. By Johnny's actions, it's clear he has no idea what kind of trouble he's walking into. And honestly, it's scary. I don't think he realizes how deep this is getting. If you saw my video yesterday on Vitali, you'll remember how I showed just how brutal prisons in the Philippines can be. Not just for locals, but especially for foreigners. Now imagine Johnny in that situation. Just take a second and really think about it, because this isn't some YouTube beef or drama. This is real-life consequences, real prison time in a place where things can get very ugly, very fast. Before we go into the new updates on Johnny, just watch this quick part again. It'll give you a better picture of what he's actually walking into.
In the Philippines, like many developing countries, money talks, especially in prison. Vitaly has two options. Live in absolute hell with 40 other men in a sweltering cell with no privacy, terrible food, and constant danger. Or pay exorbitant bribes to corrupt prison officials for basic human comforts. Well, what kind of comforts am I talking about? Maybe AC, air conditioning, a private shower, better meals, maybe even internet access. But these won't come cheap, y'all. We're talking in the millions of pesos in bribes over the course of his detention. These corrupt wardens and politicians will absolutely bleed Vitaly dry. I know it sounds horrible, but this is just the way prisons work, especially around the world.
Now watch this. In a leaked phone call from some of Johnny Somali's fans, they were asked what they think about Vitaly. And here's where it gets crazy. Johnny Somali and his people are clearly trying to manipulate the conversation. They're dodging questions, twisting narratives, and trying to make it look like they're the victims.
Listen to what they talk about at the end.
Considering the charges that have been piling up on you, I would say a little bit different.
C42, let me ask you a question. What do you think about Vitaly?
See, oh, and that's a great one at the end. What do you think about Vitaly? So literally, these guys going up there, bringing up Vitaly, trying to get involved there, right? Trying to defend, right? They know it's all in the same branch, right? They're trying to frame everything that they do and that Vitaly does as quote unquote free speech. That's their angle. That's their angle. That what Vitaly does and what Somali do. This is why these cases are tied. This is why I bring up to my Filipino brothers and sisters, right? That this is why it's so important, because you see even Somali's own people, those are Somali's fans that are tying those two cases together. Isn't that nuts?
And Johnny even said, after everything he's done in Korea, when asked if he has any regrets or feels any remorse, Johnny Somali clearly said he has no regrets, no remorse at all.
So my question is basically to Johnny, what I would like to know is if he has any regrets for what he has been doing over the past few years, especially what's been going on in South Korea.
Zero regrets, zero remorse.
So yeah.
Did you guys hear that? 0 regrets, 0 remorse. 0 regrets, 0 remorse about anything.
That just proves once again, Johnny Somali doesn't care about anything. He's going to keep pushing the limits until the day he ends up in prison. Now let's talk about the most hated guy in South Korea right now, Hank Yu. He's Johnny Somali's biggest ally and supporter, and right now he's doing everything he can to raise funds for Johnny Somali's legal case.
Let's talk about him running out of money. This is very interesting. So we had a really interesting event, which was a Johnny Somali X space where they said, donate to the Somali Legal Fund. And I love it, 49 views, not that much. But that said, he was e-begging. He was asking for money because he does not have money for his lawyers. He cannot afford a lawyer. He has to e-beg because he is out of money, and Hank cannot give him any more money. Hank has been begging for him to his community, so now he had to go out and try to beg on X for money because he's running out of money. Once again, this proves that Korea's strategy has worked.
Like, guys, really? Are there still people out there who want to help Johnny Somali? Like, actually giving money to support his legal battles? I mean, seriously, what kind of world are we living in? This man has done everything possible to disrespect basic humanity, and somehow Hank still thinks people will donate money for his legal process? Guys, let me know in the comments. Do you think there are still people in this world who would support Johnny Somali with money? But seriously, what do you guys think? Should someone like Johnny Somali be free after doing all this crazy stuff? And the people helping him, like Hank Yu, are they just as bad? Do you think he'll finally get what he deserves, or will he keep getting away with it? Let me know in the comments. I really want to hear what you guys think. And hey, if you liked the video, make sure to drop a like. Hit that subscribe button, because there's more coming, and it's